Okay, Jai Jagannath. Welcome to Act 6 of the drama of Lord Jagannath. This act's name is The Sacred Lord. Narad Muni appears on stage.
Radhika Raman, bolo Radhika Raman. Radhika Raman, bolo Radhika Raman. Blessed earth, O Mother Bhumi, today you look especially radiant and satisfied at heart. For the Lord of the universe, borne upon the ocean's mighty waves, has arrived, entrusted to your loving care. By choosing you as his mother, Lord Hari has ignored the prayers of all other planetary deities. Seeing Indradyumna fasting to death, Lord Jagannath appeared to him in a dream and reassured him that the time for his advent had come. The Lord directed the king of Banki Mohan, where he would arrive as a great log floating on the ocean. Listen, the drums beating and the din of the crowd surpass the ocean's mighty roar. O mother, this sandy beach of Banki Mohan shall ever be renowned as the place where Lord Jagannath first rested after his long journey. Look, there lies that wondrous log, marked with the 4 symbols of Vishnu, from whose self-manifest form Lord Jagannath shall soon emerge. Even the greatest of sinners shall gain liberation by seeing him only once. A sea of human bodies surges back and forth, its thousands of wave-like arms trying to free the log from the sand. But this log is not mere wood to be moved by ordinary means or carved with mundane tools. The efforts of the souls shall all prove useless. I have come just in time to intercede on Interdumnia's behalf.
Narad Muni leaves. Indradyumna and Gal Madhav enter on stage.
Krishna, mute se.
My words are as worthless as quiver of headless arrows set upon a bow of false pride. Imagine hundreds of men whose strength was never before checked now stand vanquished, though their muscles rippled, glistering with sweat from their exertion. That log remained impervious to all their attempts at dislodging it. The best of my elephants, in a rutting, maddening state, have become tamed to timidity. Their rage exhausted in pulling and pushing. That log is as immovable as the mighty Himalayas.
You did your best, Galamadhav, and your men performed admirably. Even Indra himself, with all his legions at his command, would have failed to move Lord Jagannath. But I am not disappointed, for the Lord has his own will. It is no disgrace to be humbled by the Lord. You are not dealing with an ordinary log. This tree, like a hair of the Lord's transcendental body, is as absolute and all-powerful as the Supreme Lord himself. It is he who brings forth numberless universes, floats them in space, and effortlessly retracts them, all within a single breath. He fills each universe with unlimited living entities, maintains them all as the super soul within, and at last, as the fire of devastation, destroys all that is made of matter. Now, this Supreme Lord, the original Vishnu, the object of Shiva's meditation, sits incarnated before us as a transcendental log. Just to show his mercy to the conditioned soul, he appears as the deity through a variety of mediums: earth, stone, jewels, metal, paint, even within the mind. May that supremely merciful Lord, who has come now as a wooden log, please manifest himself before us.
A loud roar is heard from behind the scenes.
Listen, listen, what has happened?
Vishnu Sharma comes, running, out of breath.
Maharaj, Maharaj Indradumna, Jagannath has moved.
What? Impossible!
He has heard my prayers. Tell us,
Even after you left, thousands of people remained behind, standing desperately in the huge craters the flailing elephants had made in the sand. They looked like tiny ants, smiling about in helpless frustration.
so then?
Maharaj, suddenly from out of the crowd stepped a burly fellow, rough and disheveled. He quickly offered his obeisances to that sacred log of incalculable weight and then proceeded to lift it up, even as a child picks up a stick to play with it.
Who was he?
When the crowd saw his wondrous feat surpassing the efforts of your entire army, they hoisted the hero upon their shoulders.
But what is his name? Did you not ask?
Dancing with joy and holding him aloft, they shouted, Veerbhadra, Veerbhadra, king of the Shabras.
King of the Shabaras, how wonderful!
A swineherd? An ordinary Shabara outdoing the best of my army?
He's far from ordinary.
Well, if he lives so near my capital, why I never heard of him before?
Fame smiles as easily upon the sinful as the pious. It is not a true sign of a man's real worth. To recognize real virtue, you must study the heart. And I think this Shabara is quite up to the mark.
You speak as if you have met this man before?
Yes, perhaps in a past life. In any event, his presence gives me hope. Let us go and congratulate him for doing what we found impossible.
Follow me.
Galmadhav, Indradyumna, and Vishnu Sharma walk about.
I feel as though I have tread this path before, long ago, in a distant life. There were friends like you, a prayer the same, with only the goal of a different name.
Though your body moves forward, your mind lags behind, anchored in the memory of bygone times.
With one foot in the past, the other moving towards the future. Who knows what the present may hold? Is it not a great mystery? Just consider with what seeming ease this Veerbhadra lifted the log. Surely there is divine will involved here.
We have come to the path's end.
There is the crowd, still rejoicing.
And see there, that muscular man. He's Veerbhadra.
Oh, well, not very awesome. A bit on a portly side, a little oldish, don't you think?
Must you always judge by appearances? Why don't you see what he has accomplished? And besides, it is said, a natural friend obtained simply by good luck and sincerely affectionate will never forsake one even in adversity.
Well spoken, Vishnu Sharma. Have him brought over here.
Hey, call that Shabara here.
Veerbhadra enters with 2 guards and offers obeisances.
I believe your name is Veerabhadra.
Yes, my lord, it is.
You deserve a congratulations. This is Maharaj Indradyumna, and I am Galamadhava, your king.
This is a great honor for me. I have heard you, King Indradumna. Ever since I was a small kid, I hope I can serve you. For my forefathers will be redeemed of the sins a Shabara must commit.
Among all classes of men, the name Indradumna is glorified.
Tell us, Veerbhadra, when Shabaras are by nature accustomed to keeping pigs and sworn to unclean habits, how is it that you were so interested in this sacred log? And what prompted you to come forth and lift it?
Veerbhadra is hesitant to speak.
Don't be afraid to reply to the Maharaj.
It's hard to explain. My whole family always prayed to Vishnu. When I heard how the log had been found, I wanted to see. Then I came, and suddenly I felt as if Vishnu himself was calling me forward, telling me to lift him.
I thought Shabaras worship ghosts and spirits.
I told you, he's not a common Shabra.
Okay, for how many generations has your family worshipped Vishnu?
As long as I know of,
And have they always lived in this village?
no. Before, our family dwelled in the forest of Niladri. Maharaj, can I ask you a question? It is said that one of my forefathers by the name of Vishwavasu.
Indradumna rushes over and embraces Veerbhadra.
Ah, Veerbhadra!
Veerbhadra
My
tries
lord.
to restrain Indradumna, as does Galmadhava.
My lord, please don't touch me. I am condemned and unclean.
You, Shabara, keep away from the king.
Veerbhadra! Veerbhadra, I am the king Indradyumna of Avanti. Vishwavasu was more dear to me than my own brother.
But he's outcast.
Stop, Galmadha. You are wrong. Devotion knows no such restrictions.
Reminded of Vishwavasu, I forgot myself for a moment. Just see Jagannath's mercy. In the absence of Vishwavasu, the Lord has sent you. I wish to speak alone with the Shabara. When one discovers an old family acquaintance, a little intimacy easily restores the bond.
Galmadhav, Vishnu Sharma, and the 2 guards leave.
You remind me so much of Vishwavasu, though you are not so feisty, I hope. This time, when day meets night, reflects my motley state of mind. The ember setting sun casts its pale glimmer upon the grove, whose trees trace dim shadows on the rippled sand, like fingers reaching for the water's edge. The sun's heat lingers, baked within the white sands, a languid reminder of the day's feverish pain. But feel the cool as evening comes. The wind, caressing the water's face, blows a fine spray that chills in the setting sun's golden rays. How much I have yearned for Jagannath to appear, yet the intensity of my longing continued even after his advent. But what cooling relief your association now brings, just as the night relieves the passion of the day. Let us sit down.
Indradumna sits, but Veerbhadra remains standing in formal respect.
Maharaj, it's not right that we sit on an equal level.
Veerbhadra, please give up this formal respect. Your forefather Vishwavasu even abused me with harsh words. Yet I lament the loss of his exalted association.
Seeing Veerbhadra still hesitant, Indradumna pulls him to a seat beside him and says,
Please sit down. I am eager to know why the Lord of the universe chose you to lift him.
We Shavaras are a difficult task.
Don't try to cover your devotion by such humility. Either your strength surpasses that of all the armies on earth, or by your faith, Jagannath became lighter than air. Indeed, the Lord of the entire universe has allowed you to carry him as easily as a loving parent bears his small child in his arms. Bless me, Veerbhadra, with one drop of your faith.
I am a swineherd, not a blesser of king.
Then bless me with your help, for we shall have to move the Lord from where he now lies. We must take him to Gundicha and have him carved. I shall have a covered platform built at the place where I first performed one of the 1,000 Ashwamedh sacrifices. With your assistance, we shall lift the transcendental log upon the golden chariot and move him to Gundicha in a grand procession, accompanied by Kirtan. How relishable that moment will be! O fortune, your nature is flirtatious like a woman's, enticing with false promises of abiding faithfulness. The time has come. Give up your roaming and reside here everlasting. The tribulations I have endured, would others have stood so strong? At last, I have reached the final threshold. Now nothing can keep me from the Lord. Come, let us join Gal Madhav and others.
As Indradumna says these words, Narad Muni appears, unnoticed on the scene, and observes them as they go.
Radhikaraman, Radhikaraman, bolo Radhikaraman. Radhikaraman, bolo Radhikaraman. Good, they have met. Thus the wanderings of all are controlled by the Lord, who sitting in the core of the heart knows everyone's desire. Material existence, like a mighty river, surges endlessly on, carrying all in a flood. Like weightless straws, the living beings are helplessly buffeted about, momentarily coming together, then quickly scattered apart. Yet here are souls whose ultimate union cares for neither time nor tide and laughs at the ugly face of death. Their talks, their plans, their deeds shall forever endure, for time has no jurisdiction in the course of their lives. These are Vaishnavas, Lord Hari's devoted servants, whom the river of time cannot sweep away. I shall at once return to Brahmalok and report to my father all that has transpired since the Lord's advent. Radhikaraman, Radhikaraman, bolo Radhikaraman. Radhikaraman, bolo Radhikaraman.
Narad Muni leaves. So now we come to the end of Act 6 of the drama of Lord Jagannath, and this act's name was the Sacred Lord. Thank you so much. Jai Jagannath. Hare Krishna.